Welcome. It's an absolute pleasure to be here and see all you lovely people, and I declare this celebration open.
Very good afternoon, everyone, and of course a very warm welcome to you, and it is a warm welcome that we've arranged for this afternoon. So it's great to see you all here, of course recognising the celebration of the success of our class of 2020. That's more like it, thank you very much. Right, great. So look, of course this is not a normal degree ceremony, as you know, and of course it's not been a normal year. So the pandemic has impacted on all of our lives in ways that we couldn't have imagined 18 months ago. And you'll have your own memories of spring and summer 2020 as our campus moved majority online at that time. And so that wasn't the conclusion that you wanted to your degrees, and it wasn't the conclusion that we wanted for you either. Yet, in the most challenging of circumstances, I think you showed resilience, ingenuity, tenacity, all the hallmarks of a great Birmingham graduate, to overcome the many challenges to complete your degrees, and you should all be extremely proud of what you've achieved. So graduations are defining moments in the university's calendar, and indeed, of course, defining moments in your lives too. And while we celebrated virtually last summer, we remained committed to bringing as many of you back to Birmingham as possible to celebrate your achievements in person. And we're delighted, therefore, that you are celebrating with us today. And we know that this is not the Great Hall, it's perhaps the Great Marquee, which you'll remember, but we hope that this opportunity to be reunited with friends and family and to celebrate together, to wear your fancy graduation robes and of course to reflect and recognise your achievements is well received. So we're delighted to have you all here. Thank you. So it's been an extraordinary 18 months, and the university has had to step up and play its part in the nation's response to the COVID crisis. Our researchers have developed new tests to detect COVID, new medical interventions for those suffering from it, and we've contributed to the understanding of the disease so we might better deal with it. And you've all played your part too, supporting vulnerable members of our community in Selly Oak, and indeed in your communities further afield. Some students have distributed food and medicine to those most in need, volunteered in test centres, helped friends and neighbours, and found ways to adapt and respond to the enormously challenging circumstances. So the student response to the pandemic, which you all began in 2020, continues, of course, and we are extremely grateful and full of admiration for the ways in which our students continue to support their communities and each other. You came to Birmingham because you wanted to come to a great place of learning. You wanted to test yourself, and you wanted to equip yourself for the next phase of your life. And your experience won't have been what you were expecting, but you are here today nonetheless, having overcome many barriers and having achieved your goals. So these degree celebrations in the Green Heart are a first for us, but we are a university with a history of firsts. We are the first campus university, the first university to incorporate a medical school, to allow female students to take medical degrees, and to create a women's hall of residence. And more recently, we were the first university to open a secondary school and the first to establish a Peer 2 testing laboratory for COVID-19. And today might also represent a first for you too. You may be the first in your family to graduate, the first to study in this country, or maybe the first to achieve a postgraduate qualification. And I think judging by the colours of some of the gowns, some of you will be the first to make particular discoveries in your areas of doctoral research. You are all among the first to graduate through a global pandemic. The disciplines in which you're graduating will have taught you many foundational skills, which you'll now be applying to either further study or work. You are, I think, well prepared for what comes next. You should feel confident in your ability to face challenges and those opportunities to come. Use these skills well. Work hard. Take opportunities as they arise. If someone asks, say yes, and remember to help and support those around you, whatever your line of work. For most of you, last summer will have marked the end of one kind of relationship with the university and the start of a new one. And of course, you are now a member of a distinguished family, a large family, but a distinguished one nonetheless. We have 300,000 members of the alumni of the University of Birmingham in 170 countries around the world. And we are proud and delighted that you are part of that community with us. Our alumni engage in an astonishing array of projects and professions, and we look forward to witnessing your own achievements and successes in the years to come. Keep in touch with us, and we promise, of course, to keep in touch with you also. You and those who are with you have many reasons to be proud today. Many congratulations to all of you. Good luck and good fortune in what's to come. Congratulations. Now, I'm very pleased to hand over now to our student representatives from your cohort. So first to Tamsin Durant, who is a chemistry graduate, to say a few words on her experience at the University of Birmingham. Thank you.
After 28 exams, one too many drinks, and more Zoom quizzes than I care to admit, we're finally here. It feels like just yesterday that we left campus, not knowing that for many of us it would be our last time here and not knowing what the future held. Since then, we've had an international pandemic, countless national lockdowns, and the fastest vaccine rollout in history. But most importantly, we've all become Birmingham graduates. The graduates here today have faced challenges like no other. We've written dissertations in the dark and have defended them over Zoom. We've taken our exams in the living room and attended office hours in the kitchen. And many of us have started careers in ever-changing industries, whether that's been head to toe in PPE or working with people we've never met face to face. We've taken whatever the world has thrown at us and we've made it work. To say we should be proud is an understatement. So let's have a round of applause for the class of 2020, a cohort like no other. And of course, we couldn't have done it all without the help of our incredible team of lecturers and staff fighting our corner. Whether that's making sure we didn't have too many exams, helping us to extend our deadlines, or making sure that we're okay. From freshers to finals, we've been so lucky to have them on our side. So let's have a round of applause to the staff. Thank you for all your hard work. Our lectures, exams and balls may have been cancelled, but we didn't let that stop us. None of us knew how the last 18 months were going to pan out and how much would happen or change in the world, but it's taught us to be resilient and that it's okay not to know what's next. You never know what opportunities may arise. So congratulations to the class of 2020. It's time to celebrate, finally. I'm now going to hand over to Patrick from the School of Economics.
Thank you. Firstly, on behalf of the graduating class of 2020, I'd like to say thank you to all the friends, family, faculty and staff who have joined us here today and for making this amazing event possible. To my fellow graduates, we're finally here. Finally getting the opportunity to celebrate our amazing achievement and hard work. It goes without saying that we have graduated at the most bizarre and unique time, and in 20 years' time, we can look back at this and say that we were at the end of our degrees just as Corona started. It seems like only yesterday that we were getting lost on campus, looking for our accommodation. And you know, I think what university has really taught us is actually the difficulty in getting up for a 9 a.m. Weirdly, that wasn't a problem in our 13 years of education prior, but suddenly it becomes a problem when you hit university. And especially for the business school graduates here. It was the first time that we've ever had to manage money on our own, student loans and student finance. People think that we have independence, and it's a great feeling to get your student loan for the first time, unless you're one of my friends who believed that student loans came in monthly and so spent all of his in 3 weeks. That wasn't me. And so I see this, our time at university, as an investment in our education. It doesn't only mean a piece of paper, it's an investment that will shape our lives, providing us with a foundation for our career. But also the life lessons that come with meeting so many different types of people from so many different cultures, ethnicities, or academic backgrounds. But more than that, I found my time at university was shaped by what I chose to do beyond my degree and the soft skills that it provided me with. As a first year, I didn't really know anyone. I found it difficult to connect with my flatmates, and I missed the familiarity that came with sixth form. So I joined societies. I became a student rep, went to events, and I tried sports. It took time, but eventually I found my way. My confidence grew, and as a student rep, I volunteered to chair meetings between staffs and students, and soon found that I had a talent for negotiation. It wasn't just about telling lecturers what they were doing wrong. It was about telling them what students value and what they liked about a lecturer's approach, sharing good practice and communicating where things didn't go right. That soon then turned into the higher business school meetings, where I was one of two students who fed back to all program directors and important people. Learning people's names, who they were, and acronyms of committee meetings were daunting. But only now do I realize that that feeling doesn't go away. Starting a new job, learning people's names, being polite but also tactful are all part of it, and are these useful skills that I've used throughout my career. These are still skills that many societies and many students like myself have learned. So in second year, I got involved with student societies, joined a committee as a social sec, and we're organizing socials, pub crawls, nights out, and a formal ball, which taught me so much about communication, time management, and planning. And then in my final year, I enjoyed getting involved so much, meeting new people and all these skills, so much that I took on far more than I could handle. Economic Society president, being a student ambassador on open days, business school rep, College of Social Science rep, University Senate rep, all while asking my slightly more organized friends to save me a seat in the library in between meetings, events, and socials, as they reminded me I also have a degree to do. And for that, I'm extremely grateful, because ultimately we've all come here for the same primary objective, to get this degree. But like so many of you, I gained so much more than what I have gotten, where I would have gotten elsewhere. So now, like many of you, I'm now in the working world, and the painful realities are kicking in, like getting up early again, like having a line manager, appraisals, and paying council tax for the first time. Being a graduate is very much part of my professional identity. When introducing myself to other people, I often say, I'm an economics graduate from UOB and soon to be health economics master's graduate. For me, it's not a sense of elitism or intellectual superiority as graduates are commonly coupled with, but it's a sense of pride, not only for myself. I'm a dyslexic with ADHD and I've battled throughout my education, but now I'm a manager of the intensive care unit at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. I'm proud to say that I went to that red brick university down the road with the shiny new buildings, but also I feel pride in the university community that I've come from, and the world-class graduates that have come before and after me. And every time I meet new people, and they always ask me the same question: what's your background? What did you do before? May that be a nurse, a doctor, a medical director, or an accountant. When they say to me that they also went to UOB, there's always a common connection. We can all find things that we can relate to. What street in Selly Oak did you live on? What was your favorite place to go out for food after a night out? Roosters, Pizzaland, Dixie's, or Chicken.com, there's a lot of loyalty in which one you go choose. It doesn't matter what subject you did, what experience you had while here. Being part of a graduate community means that we've all started from the same place. And in 30 to 40 years' time, we will all be able to look back on where it all began. Looking back at it all, university is what you make it to be. We all have different experiences, different talents, and we all have our own priorities, and I personally wouldn't have changed it for anything. Thank you very much.
So thank you, Tamsin, and thank you, Patrick, and thank you, Stephen, for your speeches. As Pro Vice-Chancellor, it's a real pleasure to be here today and to join you finally in person to celebrate. The 2020 cohort have had a very different experience from any past cohort, and let us hope from any future cohort. That you have achieved what you have and have moved to the next stage of your life is a real testimony to your perseverance. Getting a degree is never easy. It always requires hard work, dedication, and commitment. But in the pandemic, it required extraordinary and exceptional effort. You should be exceptionally proud of yourselves, and I can see by looking at your parents and grandparents that they are even more proud of you. I suspect that many of you need to thank these parents standing with you. They probably found you unexpectedly living with them again. So we did talk about the boomerang generation before, but oh my goodness, that came back to roost this year, didn't it? Yet here we are. We all got through it, through things that we would never have anticipated and didn't. And this year, more than any others, we should acknowledge the shared effort and thank those who supported and enabled us to get here. Thank your friends, your cohort, and the wider Birmingham community, which has pulled together and enabled us to be standing here today. So today is a chance to enjoy the moment, to be proud. And at this celebration, we celebrate degrees from across the university. And I'm sorry we won't be naming each or every one, but we can at least give ourselves a little call out for the subjects we have here today. So feel free to make some noise, graduates from the business school. Come on. And we have law school graduates here. Where are the lawyers? From all the schools of engineering, there must be a lot of you. Where's that? And we have our chemists. Computer science. And last but not least, physics and astronomy. Good noise. So as we stand here marking your achievements during your time at the University of Birmingham, just take a moment to remember how far you have come. Remember what it felt like when you first arrived on this very beautiful campus. Some of you will have been cock-a-hoop, raring to go, really pleased to be away from home. Very prepared and ready for it. Others will have been scared and tentative and more cautious. But all of you will have been aware that this was a new chapter in your life that was starting, and one that was completed last year in very strange circumstances. I imagine you feel very different now, and maybe even the campus looks smaller than it did on that first day. From that day, you met new people, you developed new ideas, you overcame new challenges. You grew academically, intellectually, you grew personally, and you've spent more than a year now as graduates of this university. The hard work paid off. You stand before us now with new identities, no longer as students. You are professionals, you are educators, you are researchers, or you are more accomplished scholars. Whatever path you have taken since graduating, we are so pleased to welcome you back and allow you some face-to-face time with us and with each other. It is an enormous privilege for me to be able to congratulate you, to see your pride and share your joy. Your success serves as a testament to this great university and you should all be as proud of yourselves as we are of you. For those of you who have successfully begun your working lives, you have entered one of the most difficult job markets in living memory. So if you've managed that, congratulations to you, well done, and go you. You have our admiration and our congratulations. If you have not yet found your chosen profession, do not lose heart. You are a Birmingham graduate, and a degree from Birmingham is not easily obtained. It is valued by the country's top employers, who recognise that this university provides you with an outstanding education, equipping you with intellectual curiosity, confidence, knowledge, and transferable skills. You are already a high achiever, and while there will always be challenges and setbacks, we have no doubt that you will succeed in your chosen profession. Birmingham graduates have always been characterised by their perseverance, tenacity, and personal resilience. Yet, as the graduating class of 2020, your perseverance and tenacity match any of those who went before. Many of you will have faced personal challenges, whether you recovered from COVID-19 yourselves, spent periods self-isolating, coped with studying or working from home, took on extra caring responsibilities, and some of you will have experienced the sadness of personal loss. How the pandemic has affected you, only you will know. But you should be proud of what we have accomplished in the face of adversity. Do not forget what we have all been through and the character that we all have shown. Let us draw on this time as a strength going forward. You have seen your way through uncertain and difficult times. You will be as well placed to meet future challenges as any. As a graduate from the University of Birmingham, you have gone out into a world that desperately needs you, in a world that you can help remake, a world you can help reshape, a world that needs the kind of skills and the ability that characterises University of Birmingham graduates. The university's motto, per ardua ad alta, speaks to this. It means through effort to high things. So there's no shortcuts, right? You have to do the work. But your great efforts have already brought you to high things, the degrees that we're here to celebrate today. May they now take you to new places and greater heights. May you test yourselves, prove yourselves, and together rebuild the world. As alumni of the University of Birmingham, you still have a role to play. For example, we have all kinds of philanthropy in our tradition, from our founder to our Birmingham in Action campaign, that I would encourage you to look at if you haven't seen. We are changing lives and granting opportunities. Wherever you find yourself in the world, you will always be part of the Birmingham family. We hope to welcome you back very many times in the future, whether that is for further study, to mentor a student, or simply to come to events and meet up with your friends once again. Know that we will be here to provide you with advice, to support you, to celebrate with you as your lives and careers develop. As I draw this particular celebration to a close, and you look forward to celebrating in the sunshine with your friends and family, let me take a moment to thank you for everything that you have given us. And may you look at each other and remember what you have found in your time at Birmingham. The University of Birmingham would not exist but for its remarkable students. Each one of you made your own contribution while you were here and left a legacy for future generations. I am delighted that today we are able to, in person, look each other in the eyes and celebrate together. And as you continue your next chapter, I wish you every success, all the luck in the world, and I trust that your experience of Birmingham will have shaped your lives as you go forward. So all that remains to be said is enjoy the rest of your days, and I declare this celebration closed.